they've changed up this live thing since I've done it last, and looks like I finally figured it out. So the plan is to do a PMacMovies haul video. I'll give it a few minutes, see if we get anybody to show up. This is a impromptu, unscheduled live video, baby, here in PMacMovies. It's nighttime, took Layla for a walk, and I've had some stuff pile up and wanted to do a little haul video. Physical Media Collector 87 and Hizzy, hey. We're just gonna wait and see if a few more people join in. I am also working on shuffling some things around here in the movie room. Box sets in particular. So we're in a little bit of disarray here, but I have basically moved a bunch of box sets, stacking some box sets there, and reorganizing this to get a lot of box sets over here also, and creating space for a lot of individual movies. The thing is, these shelves, I really mostly need these for individual movies because you can't stack individual movies, whereas box sets, I can kind of use something like that and stack them. I do have some box sets and some TV stuff over there. Thank you. Yeah, so I mean, there's movies that just having movies over here that need to be put out, and movies over on the white shelf there. Some of those need to be put out, and then some of this stuff. So yeah. Okay, let's turn this back around. So the plan is to do a haul video here, but then it's gonna go under the live video section. I'm not sure if there's a way to take a, I don't think there is as far as taking a live video and moving it over to like the regular ones, because they're in different sections. So I don't know. I guess I'd maybe have to do this haul video twice if that's the case, but who's in the hizzy here? So we got 3 apparently. And then I'm gonna watch a movie once we're done with this. Man, that's dusty. Got a few things at Goodwill in there. Dusty, nasty stuff. BN Child in the hizzy. What's up? I made it in the house. You made it in the hizzy. Nice. Do I know you, BN Child? Breakers in the hizzy. Thank you. So I got a few stacks of things. I'll go over what I got. Yes, I think I do know you, Physical Media Collector 87. I believe I know what Instagram you're talking about. Eastsiders Concerts in the hizzy. That's, what's his face? I haven't talked to you in a while, I feel like. Chile? I was wondering if that's what it was. Chile. Chile? Is that how you pronounce it? I've commented on videos and follow. Sweet. Very nice. So I got some, if you don't utilize this Please Rewind Sony store on eBay, they sometimes have good deals, and it changes up every so often. Yes, Amber. I'm not the greatest with remembering names, especially right now. I feel like my brain's a little foggy, but it's pretty much my bedtime at this point, And I'm making a video because Charmy's not home, so I figured I'd do something a little bit different here. So please rewind Sony store. They change it up every 2 weeks or so. They should have a little change up coming soon too. Sometimes they have better deals, sometimes worse. You can get some drastic price changes. I got some Goodwill stuff, which I don't get a whole lot anymore. Seemed like they did get some Blu-rays in, mostly stuff I had, but I did find a few. One day they put out a bunch of horror stuff. Somebody's horror collection, it looked like, came into Goodwill, but it was mostly DVD, a few Blu-ray. We'll take a look at that. I got a Kino order since I last made a video. I haven't made a video in probably, this might be like, I think it was like the 19th maybe is when I made my last video, and today's the 11th, so we're at about, 3 weeks or whatever. Maybe more than 3 weeks. I got some stuff from Amazon, got some stuff from Groove, a couple orders from Groove, including one that I got today, some Target, buy two, get one, and some Disney Movie Club items here today. So we'll take a look at what old PMac snagged. We got 7 in the hizzy. I've heard from a few of you. Come on in, join the fun here on PMacMovies. We got a haul. Let's get the Goodwill stuff out of the way. So I do have the Masters of Horror DVDs. And I wasn't totally sure if I wanted to get these, but I did. I think some of them might be out of print. Some of them are still in print and pretty affordable. And this is the one I was looking at that's really dusty and nasty. I don't even really want to touch it. Masters of Horror, still sealed. That's the first one, which has Cigarette Burns, Dreams in the Witch House, and The Fair-Haired Child. I don't think I watched all of these. Then we got number 3 here, Masters of Horror number 3, Incident on and Off a Mountain Road, Dance of the Dead, Pick Me Up. I'm pretty sure Incident on and Off a Mountain Road was pretty good, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Now, these were all done by like famous horror directors. We got on number 4, we got Imprint, Homecoming, Hackle's Tale, and Chocolate. So I'm sure I've watched some of these, like Imprint, I'm pretty sure I saw. I think that might be the Takashi Miike one. Cigarette Burns, I believe that was John Carpenter. But anyway, I don't really want to touch those much anymore. They're pretty gross. And I will respond to the comments that are coming up here. This one was only $2. They marked this at a DVD price, and I try to get these Sony Pictures Classics generally. So I did go ahead and get the lunchbox here. It looks like set in India. I don't really know much about it, but I'll get the Sony Pictures Classics if I see them for affordable, especially when they're Blu-ray. And then this is a movie, I think I have like a Canadian copy of this, but this is actually a really good action movie. It might have some comedy elements too. I can't remember. It's more like an action thriller. Starring Chris Evans. Jason Statham is the bad guy in this, I do believe, and Kim Basinger. This is a really fun one. So glad to get a U.S. copy. I don't believe the Canadian copy is as good as this. It might be, though. I need to look into it more. Let me look through the comments here. I know I missed a few. Thank you, Amber, who said great finds. Grab Blue Beetle. I enjoyed Blue Beetle for what it was. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. Five Nights at Freddy's. Haven't seen John Wick. The John Wick movies are so fast-paced. I don't know. I like slower movies, I think, is what it comes down to. $4 a piece for those. Were those Blu-rays? That's a real nice price. $4, and those are like pretty recent Blu-rays. That's very nice. The Master of All Movies. Sarah, is that your name? I believe. I'm doing bad with names tonight, so Also got a copy of Monolith in the mail today from a contest I won. Well, dang. That's sweet, winning a contest. I don't know what Monolith is. All right, so let's continue here, showing off the PMac haul here. We got some Please Rewind store on eBay. It is a Sony store, like I was talking about earlier. Let's take a look. So they had a $10 off 50, which is basically 20% off if you get exactly 50, but you're going to go over it a little bit. So you end up not really being 20% off, but still a good deal. I think these were like 55 for these 4. This is a really good movie. I have the DVD of it. Kind of a fun horror movie. I think this had some comedy aspects too. I really like Thaisa Farmiga. She's in this. It is The Final Girls. If you can get this for very affordably on Blu-ray, you snag it. So I paid pretty much like about $8 for The Final Girls, which I thought was a good price for that one. Really enjoy that movie. This is a 4K that I do not have on. I didn't have this on any format. Didn't have it on Blu-ray. I don't even think I have it on DVD. I guess DVD might be possible, but I don't think so. It is Real Genius here. I was thinking this was a Universal one for some reason, but this is a Sony. Val Kilmer, the star of Real Genius. I was actually watching this when I first got it, and I was also tired, so I fell asleep, but I didn't really like it that much. I didn't really... What I had seen so far, I didn't like that much, but it's supposed to be a good movie, so maybe I just wasn't in the right mindset for that. Now, this is a movie that I looked into a little bit. I was trying to figure out what I could get to get me up to the $50. This movie sounds really, really good. I believe it's a German movie, and it is called, another Sony Pictures Classics, The White Ribbon here. So again, this was $10. And with the deal, it ended up being about $8. So this is sounds like kind of a mind bender, but it's set during World War I, and it's kind of like a mind bender kind of type of thing is what I got from what I read about it. I don't want to read too much about it. It's pretty long too. It's almost 2.5 hours there for that one. By the way, Real Genius, this was about $15 before the discount. I think it might have been a little bit over 15. But the main ones I wanted before looking into these were Real Genius and this next one, which I do have, I think the best Blu-ray edition of with slipcover. But this is a movie that I remember liking. I didn't remember liking it a ton, but I remembered liking it. And I did want to get the 4K if I could get it for a good price. If not, then I'll just go with my Blu-ray. But it is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon here on 4K Blu-ray combo pack plus digital code. Actually watched this again, so it was the second time I watched it. Really liked it a lot. I think I gave it 4.5 Slippies out of 5. Most people do star ratings. PMacMovies has reinvigorated the rating system with the slipcover ranking system. 4.5 out of 5 slipcovers. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This was 19 and change before the discount, so that was a really nice beer me for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. There were some issues with the 4K disc, actually, though, and I ended up getting some money back there because the disc, it skipped several. A lot of times 4K discs will have issues, and you have to wipe them off a lot. You have to wipe them off. You might even have to use water, like a water on a cotton. I'll put on like a cotton cloth. I'll put a little bit of water, make it damp, clean it. And that fixed some of the issues, but not all of it. There was some issues. 4K discs seem to have like more issues as far as those sorts of things from what I hear and with what I experienced with that. I wanted to stack these a certain way, but I don't want my new ones touching those disgusting Goodwill ones with dusty crap all over them. Let's see here. Amber says, what are your thoughts on Disney Movie Club shutting down? I'll answer that in a moment. Henry Lapierre says, White Ribbon is fantastic. I've only heard good things about it. My thoughts on Disney Movie Club shutting down. I definitely was able to utilize Disney Movie Club and get some nice deals with it. So I think it's a shame. It's a shame because it was an avenue to get those movies for good prices, especially, how I would do it is I would kind of wait sometimes and get, or if there was a few nice things coming out, like what happened with what I'm about to show here, you end up getting, I guess I should show off what I got and then talk about it a little bit more. So I got the new Disney Plus season releases, all in Steelbook, all 4K. So I got Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I watched this. I streamed this through Disney Plus, and I didn't really get into it that much. I did watch it again here on the 4K, which I prefer watching a disc, although these also don't have chapter stops, which is really, like, I'm like, oh, that's not a big deal. But then it actually ends up being really annoying that you can't, go through the chapters. And if you hit the chapter skip thing, it goes to the end of the episode. Very frustrating. But I did rewatch this, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was pretty solid. I don't think it was great, but I thought it was quite entertaining. So, glad to have that one. Now, these ended up being, you have to pay the full price for one, and then the rest are 60% off, which was like $18 each. And the first one's $45. So I think it ends up being less than $25 each, something like that. So it's way better than you're going to be able to find at, Walmart or Amazon or things like that. Even, I don't think these have even been on sale for, I think maybe the Blu-ray editions I saw for low 30s. I don't know that the 4Ks have been that price. So, this is as good of a deal as you're going to get. Now, I'm going to miss Disney Movie Club for this sort of thing. Being able to get some of these new ones for great prices. The Disney Movie Club exclusive, being able to get those for great prices, it kind of sucks. But what can you do? Whine like a little baby. Whine like PMac. Up next is Andor, which I have tried to watch Andor several times. And I don't think it's bad necessarily, but I don't know. I find too that I just prefer watching movies that I own on disc versus streaming. So sometimes that causes issues with me being able to get into stuff if I'm streaming it rather than having the disc. So hopefully I'll be able to watch this baby. Now this one's more episodes. That's the thing too. They want like 45, 50 bones for these, and most of these are 6 episodes each. Now, Andor is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Apparently, this is 12 episodes. I'm not sure why it's so much longer than the other ones. I've heard pretty mixed things about this. I really like how it started, and it had, like, city aspects to it. I liked it being set in a city, but then it seemed like it wasn't set in a city anymore for very long. So, I kind of lost my interest as far as that, but I need to watch it again. Or try to watch it again. I didn't finish that one. Now, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier here, I did watch and finish. Again, I did not get into it very much. Albert's in the hizzy. So this is also 6 episodes. I didn't think this was great, but it was fairly entertaining. I think this is what was one of the first Marvel shows. I think maybe it was the second after WandaVision, possibly, from my memory. This is a 2-disc set. Obi-Wan also 2 discs, and Andor is 3 discs, as it has apparently double the episodes, it looked like, from what I'm seeing. Now, this was another short one, 6 episodes. People tended to not like this. This was definitely different. It is Moon Knight. I don't remember really disliking it. I remember it being kind of weird, but I thought it was okay. I thought it was something that maybe I'd have to rewatch. Does it have like the time, like how? Oh, 288 minutes for Moon Knight. Andor. They have it where you can barely see it. 500 something. 500. Look at how you can't. They have like there's orange and then the typing is gray. You can't even read it. Like a light 580. Or is that 500? 586? I can't tell. Is Disney like doing one of those eye tests on me? Are they like trying to figure out what my vision is? And then Obi-Wan 261. So yeah, you know, it's gonna be hard to get this sort of stuff for affordably now that Disney Movie Club is no longer gonna be there, but we'll see what happens. You know, you control what you can control. And that's all you can do here on PMacMovies. Hobart says, stay groovy. Are you living in like the 70s? Let's continue on here. I got some stuff from Amazon. Just some picking some deals. Picking some deals, baby. Amber, you haven't seen these shows yet? Yeah, Mandalorian, have you seen Mandalorian? Mandalorian was the first Star Wars one, and it was really, I really enjoyed. Me and Charmy every Friday when it was released, we'd watch it. And we really enjoyed that. I'm not sure totally how rewatchable it is, but we really enjoyed that the first time through. So continuing. Oh man, I'm telling you. It's past my bedtime, folks. I got some very affordable ones here. We got The Courtship of Eddie's Father. This is a Warner Archive one, and I basically got this because, one, the main reason I like Glenn Ford, and Glenn Ford is the father in this. Two, it sounded like a pretty highly regarded movie, so I did go ahead and grab this one. Speaking of Glenn Ford, this is one I was kind of waiting to drop, and it dropped down to 13. I believe The Courtship of Eddie's Father was around 9. The Fastest Gun Alive did drop to $13. I did go ahead and snag it up. I did get a case that was cracked, and then it was kind of punctured down here, but apparently it didn't go into the artwork as much as I thought. I did put it in a different case. So this case is fine, although this isn't the type of case that Warner Archive uses. Still, you know, fine. So this is a Western, and it has Glenn Ford, and I definitely like some Glenn Ford Western. So you got a beer, $13. They gave me a little bit of discount because of the case being cracked. Speaking of cracked cases, they gave me a little bit of a discount for this too. It is Pennyworth here. I do have season 1 of Pennyworth on Blu-ray, so that'll be something that I have to sell at this point because I have Pennyworth, the complete collection. Got this for very affordably, and of course, you have a cracked case, which you can easily replace when it's a 1 or 2 disc case. When it's a, what is this, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a 7 disc case, this is going to cost you some Benjamins. Now, the good thing is it has, although you can, it's not just inside. It is cracked, like, through, but it's not, like, coming out. If I pushed it, it probably wouldn't. And the artwork doesn't appear to have been damaged, which is why I kept it rather than getting a replacement. It looks like it'll hold together, but it is cracked. I mean, it's a pretty sizable crack there. But me and Charmy, again, we enjoyed this show. I don't know if, did we watch into season 3? I can't remember. I know we finished season 1. We watched at least parts of season 2. I can't remember if we finished season 2, and then I can't remember if we got into season 3. I don't remember how far we got, but it's a pretty entertaining show. Like it's not bad. It's not great either, but for the price I pay, I think this was like 20. It just dropped down. I almost bought this when it was like 32, 33 bucks, and it dropped down to like 25, I think. And then they gave me a few more bucks off because of the case. How many minutes is this? They make it so hard to find, or maybe I'm just blind. That rhymed. Yeah, I don't think it says how many minutes the whole series is. Anywho, Amber says no, not yet. I got all the ones they put out. Yeah, those are the good ones to watch. They're all. What else did they put out? So they put out the Mandalorian ones, Loki, which was a pretty solid one. WandaVision was good. WandaVision was a good one. The two Mandalorians, I think, was that everything they put out? I can't remember, but they're all at least entertaining. Some are better than others. Let's continue. We got more Amazon stuff. I pre-ordered this a while ago. Amazon is getting some of these Paramount sets where it's the 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, digital code, all combined in one. Which is interesting that they put it in a DVD case. That it doesn't really work. It doesn't really fit. So what I've done is, you see I have the Blu-ray and the DVD here. But what I've done is I've taken my Shutter Island Blu-ray, and of course I have put in the 4K and the Blu-ray. So we got a 4K combo pack for Shutter Island. I think, you know, this newer artwork I think is pretty cool. I like more, but I mean, it's just sitting on the shelf anyway. It's not shitting on this shelf. It's sitting on the shelf. And this is a really good movie. I really enjoy Shutter Island, and thus I wanted it on 4K. Friggin' DVD case. What do you got thinking? What do you got thinking with your DVD case? So that was all the Amazon stuff I got. I guess this is all Groove here. This is all Kino Lorber. We don't have too many people participating. Amber's participating in the chat. Not too many other people. Are you not participating because you're so entertained? You don't want to type a little message and it'll kind of take your focus off this great entertainment that is PMac showing a bunch of crap that he bought. Whoa, Henry's typing paragraphs out. Not sure if you've seen any of his videos, but there's a YouTuber who goes by Phil with a double L. And his latest video talked about purchasing addiction in relation to mood, stress, depression. I thought he might make an interesting person for you to collab with in a live stream or video on the subject, if that was something you might be interested in. Could you like email me, or maybe even in the comment? Yeah, just email me that like a link to that YouTuber, PMacMovies at yahoo.com. J Laura's in the hizzy. Hey J Laura. Bien Chile says, loving Pennyworth, need to add to the collection. All right, so let's continue here. We got Kino Lorber. I didn't plan on like making a real long video here, but I guess it's we're already at almost a half hour. PMac needs to watch a movie. So the main, I guess the main ones that I wanted were The Outer Limits, which we have season 1, which was 35. I only have this set in here. I have the other one down by the TV downstairs to be able to have access to it, to watch it. And then season 2 was 25. I do have like an Australian DVD set, which I'll have to sell off, which is pretty solid quality, the Australian DVD set. But I decided to plunk down the Benjamins for the Blu-rays, the Kino Blu-rays. I do try to get most of Fritz Lang's movies if they sound mildly decent, and I went ahead and got Scarlet Street on Blu-ray. This does have a 4K also, but was this $10 or less? I just, to me, the enjoyment of the movie is probably not going to be like that. I need to pay eight more dollars for like that amount of extra enjoyment, which is going to be very minimal, if any. So I'll just pay the $10 for my Blu-ray slipcover edition. I think this got like a nice transfer and everything. Maybe not. I don't see anything. It says brand new HDR Dolby Vision Master. Yeah, so 4K scan. So I'm sure the Blu-ray is going to be very, very solid. Amber says she's seen season 1 of Pennyworth. Yeah, Pennyworth is like I said, it's fun, it's decent, it's probably not going to blow you away. It might though. And then I got with slipcover, we got the Questor tapes here from 1974. It's 100 minutes. This was a TV movie. I believe what's his face, Gene Roddenberry. He put out this. I don't know if he wrote. Well, I don't know exactly what his involvement is. I think he at least wrote it or came up with the idea. But it never got made into a series. So this is a 100-minute movie. Scarlet Street, by the way, is from 1945 and is black and white. So that was my second Kino Lorber sale haul. And that was $9.99. Questor tapes $9.99. So, continuing with Kino Lorber, actually, I got some from the Target Buy to Get One. One of which is a Western that I think I had actually purchased before. I had purchased it, the Olive. They had like what was it, signature collection or something. They had like special editions that had much better transfers and things. Because Olive, just regular Olive editions are pretty much shit in my opinion. Picture quality, no subtitles. Not having subtitles is kind of a deal breaker for me because sometimes it's really hard to totally understand dialogue. And I usually, that like over 90% of the time at this point, will use subtitles. Sometimes for like comedies and things like that, subtitles might ruin the humor in it, so I'll turn it off. But most of the time, going with subtitles. Kino put this movie out that Olive had put out a couple times, and I was able to get it for what would be cheaper than the Kino sale, I believe, because it was buy two get one. I get 5% Target, so I did go ahead and grab High Noon here, 4K Blu-ray combo pack with slipcover. I believe this release got delayed. It is from 1952. It is 85 minutes. And did watch this and enjoyed it. I watched another Western, which I think was from 69, which I liked more than this one. It was one that Indicator put out, and it was in color. I forget now the name. Actually, I could look it up on the phone that's making this. I can't look it up on this other phone. So I'm not sure what it's called. We'll talk about it some other time. You just got to trust me. Just trust me blindly. This one was a really great deal. I think this was a price mistake. Target had this for $15. And then on top of that, they had like a 20% off at the time. So I ended up paying like $12 for this on pre-order. It is Andrei Tarkovsky's Nostalgia 4K Blu-ray. At one point, Amazon also matched that $15 price. I don't know for how long, but there's something weird. There's no way this was supposed to be $15 because these 4Ks tend to be $18 during the Kino sales. So for it to be only $15 and then Target had that deal on top of it, that was a beer me. And I do have a lot of Tarkovsky's movies, which I haven't watched many of them. I have to watch some Tarkovsky movies. They tend to have quite a bit of depth to them, and I felt like I didn't understand what the point of them before. But as you get older, maybe your perception changes there. Then I got The Nude Vampire. This is I think I can show this. It's nothing. It's just, you know, a picture, like a drawing looking thing. From 1970, 85 minutes. I have been enjoying these Gene Rollin movies, especially Fascination. That was really good, I thought. Really super low budget and really good. And so glad to be able to get nice indicator editions. That's the Blu-ray, not the 4K. And then we got the new 4K of The Crow, which is a really fun... It's fun, but it's also dark and kind of like depressing in a way, and kind of like interesting because it is such a really grim subject matter, but they turn it into a fun movie. And then the Sting from wrestling, Sting totally ripped off this character. Was whoever made this movie able to sue him because he totally ripped off the character? I did put this in a 2-disc Blu-ray case because this is only a 4K disc set, and I wanted to make it a 4K Blu-ray combo pack, so that's what I did. I will have to go without the black case for now. Maybe someday black cases will be more affordable, but for now, PMac's going with affordability. I'm not paying a ridiculous price for black cases. Okay. We're in the closing stretch. We just have Groove. From Groove, I have 2 orders, 3 items each. So this one was from a few weeks ago. I didn't even say my prices that I got for those. Those were buy 2 get 1. So like the Crow was like 17. Nostalgia was about 17 also. High Noon was also, I think, right around that that same price. Yeah, all those were actually. Those were all the Crow. I would think the Crow might have been a little bit less, So first we have Doom Patrol season 2. I have season 1, 2, and 3. Now this was, I can't remember if this was like 10 or 12. And then the 20% off from Groove. Bianchile loves his post honey O's. Super tasty. Had to grab a bowl of cereal so you could eat some cereal and watch PMac. And then I got this one. Didn't seem to go very cheap. I think this one was 15 and then the 20% off code. And I now believe I do have the whole series of The Flash. This is the 9th and final season. Now, the reason I can't check these is because I don't really have enough room for all my TV stuff out here. So I have bins in the closet. And I'm pretty sure I got all the other seasons and just needed this one. Now, this is 2 discs. And it is 549 minutes. So this, the other seasons, most of, if not all, are, this is about half of them. Because I think this usually was like 20 or more episodes per season. However, I only watched the first few seasons of it. And then the third one in that order, I did grab a Welgo USA movie that looked good to me. It's like a sci-fi Asian, looks like some sci-fi samurai sheet. It is Welgo USA putting out Alienoid here on Blu-ray. No slipcover or anything, but it's been out for a little while. This actually gets good reviews, pretty highly regarded. A lot of these Asian movies that Welgo puts out sound kind of and I pass on them, but this one sounded good. I believe this ended up being, this was either 9 or 10 and then the 20% off. So let's say $8, which isn't bad for it. Now the order I got today. Amazon, I saw one of these maybe about a week ago or ish. Maybe not quite. I can't remember. Amazon had a sale on Doctor Who seasons. And I was like, oh, those are decent prices. However, I don't know if I want to pay quite that much. And in the past, Grub has matched those prices. So I checked Groove, whatever you want to call it. So I checked, and Groove had them at their normal prices. So I didn't snag. Bien Chile says, love the Flash and glad they're on Blue. They need the last season of Stargirl. Yeah, I don't have Stargirl. Yeah, the last season is the only one I don't have. It's did they put it on DVD? I know I can stream it if I want to. Haven't yet though. Although I did like that show. But anyway, so Grove didn't match, and then I checked later, like maybe hours later, and they had matched the prices. And then I said, I think I have most of these. Am I, you know? And I checked through, and I found 3 that I didn't have. 2, it made sense that I didn't have them because they were somewhat recent releases. The other one, maybe I never saw it for sale. I'm hoping I don't have it somewhere because I do have what I think is all my Doctor Who seasons over on the shelf. I looked through it like 5 times to make sure. Got low battery here. I don't know if that messed up the stream, but we got enough battery to get through because I only got 3 items left. But I didn't see it on the shelf unless it's somewhere in the closet, which I don't think it is. I thought I got all my seasons of Doctor Who out, but this is the one that was like one that they put out a while ago, and it was weird that I didn't have it. It is Colin Baker Season 2. This is a 6-disc set. Here's that one. Classic Doctor Who. I haven't watched... I've only popped in Tom Baker Season 1. And from what I saw, I was kind of like, this doesn't seem that great. But these are really highly regarded, and I do want to get them when they're good prices. You never know when something like this might go out of print, too. So this is 14 episodes, 624 minutes. Glad to be able to get that one. And then got the most recent Tom Baker release, which I thought these 2 might have slipcovers, but no slippy dippies. Tom Baker, Season 6, here on Blu-ray. Tom Baker seems to be one of the more highly regarded doctors. This is 26 episodes, 735 minutes, 7 discs. And, yeah, they got, like, a lot of special features and stuff, it looks like. Documentaries, commentaries. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you definitely, especially a classic Doctor Who fan, these sets seem to be really nice as far as the material they have on. It would have been nice to get a slipcover, but what can you do? And then, this is the most recent one. I don't know if it's totally the most recent one, but it was the most recent one that was on sale. It is the 8-disc set for John Pertwee, Season 3 here on Blu-ray. And if you don't know, the weird thing about this Doctor Who is that they're these classic ones. Apparently, some of these are lost forever. They had them on like videotapes, and they just like would tape over them. So there was, I believe, whole seasons of classic Doctor Who that were just taped over, and nobody's ever going to be able to watch them again. That's what I heard about it. So we are going to work towards finishing. I do think that I got that email. Do I have my email on this other phone? I don't even know if I have my email logged in here, but I'll check that out. The link that was sent to me by Henry. Here it is right here. Okay. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Sounds interesting. So anything that you guys want PMac to talk about here as we finish up? I probably have about 15% left on this phone or so. Not planning on going much longer, but if somebody brings up an interesting topic, you never know. You did see me yawn a few times. PMac is sleepy. I wanted to watch another movie. And also, Layla's waiting for me downstairs, too. She's probably like, what the heck is he doing up there? He's not tending to Layla. Neglectful. I'm surprised she didn't come up here and visit. It looks like we're losing people. So people are saying, I'm out, baby. I'm out. PMac isn't doing his haul anymore. I'm getting out of here. Just go. Just go. I threw my Sonys over here, apparently. Thanks to the folks that did participate, that did leave feedback. Chile, Amber, Henry. Those who are our main participants, I do believe. Have you ever seen the X-Files? Yes, of course I have seen the I haven't seen every episode of the X-Files, but quite a few. And the movies. I think I even watched, they brought it back twice, and I think I watched the first one of that. I think I watched the whole thing. The problem is Charmy doesn't like X-Files, so it's kind of hard to ever, excuse me, I could go down and watch it right now, but I'd probably prefer to watch a movie right now. Although, when I'm getting tired like this, it is probably better to watch a TV show. So I'm going to have to decide what I'm doing. I didn't think I was going to be doing this late. All right, folks, thanks for coming and participating, and we will see you next time on PMacMovies.